Dan danau ini kalau lagi membeku, kita bisa jalan di atasnya. Katanya sih gitu. Jagung. Di sini jagungnya berapa lama Bu Siti?
3 bulan juga.
Oh, sama 3 bulan.
Terus mana manusia yang mana langsung pakai alat langsung diambil.
Halo guys, masih di Michigan. Sekarang kami ada di Saugatuck. Ini Lake Michigan. Sini, coba lihat. Luas seperti laut. Tapi ini sebenarnya adalah danau loh. Danau ini. Air tawar. Kemana sejauh-jauh mata memandang hanya terlihat air. Seperti itu. Oke, kami melaporkan dari Saugatuck, Michigan. Di Saugatuck, Michigan. Ini sejauh-jauhnya adalah danau Michigan, danau air asin seperti laut. Ada ombaknya juga, banyak orang jalan di sana. Cuman ini adalah danau, dan danau ini kalau lagi membeku, kita bisa jalan di atasnya. Katanya sih gitu. Oke. Sip, masih dari Michigan. Dari tempat kami sekitar 3,5 jam ke sini. Siang waktu Michigan, masih di Lake of Michigan di sini. Dia udah lepas sepatu loh. Kalau kita lihat ini adalah danau Michigan. Luas banget, hampir seperti laut, nggak kelihatan ujungnya di sana, dan dia juga berombak seperti ini. Tapi ini adalah air tawar loh, bukan air asin, bukan laut. Ini adalah danaunya besar banget. Sebelah sana itu sudah negara bagian lain lagi. Kalau nggak salah Wisconsin namanya. Ya, saat ini kami sudah sampai di Kellogg Biological Science, sekitar 1 jam perjalanan dari Michigan State University. Dingin banget di sini. Tahan semua. Kellogg Biological Station, semacam laboratorium alam untuk Michigan State University. Banyak eh, yang harus kita lihat di sini, dipelajari. Wah, pohon-pohon. Cuman yang bikin nggak tahan itu adalah dinginnya luar biasa di sini, guys. Sangat menusuk tulang. Ini kami berjalan masuk ke dalam hutannya. Kanan kiri semua hutan. Hampir mirip juga dengan tempat kita. Itu ada jembatan aliran air di sini. Bisa kita lihat sungai mereka cukup jernih, guys.
This is the Saugatuck Creek. It runs through our property. It's actually nice. It's nice because it gives us access to riparian zones where we can do different research.
Maklum kalau tangannya goyang-goyang karena pegang kamera ini juga cukup dingin.
Yeah. This covered bridge has been here as long as I can remember. It's one of the gems here. Yeah.
So examples of bird boxes for nesting, to encourage nesting of different birds.
And the different size holes allows for different size birds to nest in them, along with the different shapes that they prefer.
Pretty sure it was an Eagle Scout project, so a community service project to create that.
Yeah.
So Boy Scouts.
That we want to keep growing, and then Mickey came through with I want to say it's a mechanical forestry head and removed everything else, and so the flagging allows him to see, okay, don't chew that thing up. I'm trying to say.
So this property and almost all of the rest of the Kellogg Biological Station too were farmland in the 1920s when that's the time they were, I assume, staying here. There were no trees because it was cropland, and a lot of it wasn't very profitable. And then that's when the Great Depression hit, and so Kellogg bought, which he made his millions on cereal, but he bought the land and then donated it to the university for education and research. So that's what started both the forest and the Kellogg Biological Station. They started with the bird sanctuary and the farm. So there were no trees, and so a lot of it hasn't been managed over time, and just what grew, or like around here especially, a lot of things were planted, which makes, like Sam was saying, identification difficult because it's not the original native ecosystem. It's very much been manipulated.
And we have also not just me, but an education and outreach coordinator who works, as the name suggests, with K-12 education, school education, again, NGOs, non-for-profit, environmental consultancies, other agriculture and environmentally related institutions. So that's the starting point. We can take a little walk and I'll explain a little more about this. Yes, sir. Yes, that's a good point. This area of land was all planted to kind of like soybeans, and then they characterized the site, put all these big experimental blocks on. So, and in short, 30 years we've been doing research and asking similar questions about agriculture. The big initial question was, to what extent can biology, the biology of a system, replace chemical inputs to a system? And that's still a very valid question. We're starting to move on from that specific question, but that's an overarching question we asked. How can we push the management of a system to such that biology takes the place of chemistry inputs? The amount of biomass it had or the coverage it had. So for 10 or 15 years, there were expectations that something would happen, but it didn't. For the most part, there was no change in species composition based upon what was originally planted. And then after about, I think, 14 or 15 years, there was I'm not sure if you can see it here very well, it's not the kind of time of year, but there was an increase in a tall runner species called solidago or goldthorn, and it started to outperform others, and it really took off. So again, the benefit of looking at a community and how it changes over time was only seen after 10 or 15 years of study. So how we manage it, to really get rid of species, we prescribe burn. Ground area. I mean, nothing surviving. Things did survive, but then they kind of regenerate.
Halo teman-teman, selamat pagi waktu Michigan. Sekarang kita ada di Lake Michigan. Oh ya maaf, udah siang ya. Sini udah jam 1 waktu Michigan. Boleh dilihat Bu, apa namanya, lake-nya cukup bagus.
Airnya bagus.
Airnya sangat bagus. Ya. Kita kebetulan di sini habis berkunjung ke Kellogg Biological Station. Habis tadi lunch di atas, sekarang kita turun ke bawah. Di sana tempat makannya. Coba lihat, kasih lihat.